feeling divine. Through living with nature's design.
First off, where is Chiang Mai? Chiang Mai is in Thailand, northern Thailand. It's so far up north it reminds me of being in Canada. But for real, it is up north and it's far away from the city of Bangkok, which is very polluted and busy hustle bustle. Chiang Mai has a more country town feel to it. It's very relaxed and chilled and laid back. I like to consider Chiang Mai the city of temples because there are temples everywhere. There's actually over 300 Buddhist temples in the city alone. And if you get lucky enough to walk up to one or walk by one or even take your shoes off and walk in one, you feel the vibes, man. You feel the holy presence of the place. It feels really cool. Okay, but anyways, why do I live here? Well, to be honest, Chiang Mai is in the top 25 places on TripAdvisor's best destinations to visit list, so I thought it'd be a good idea to come on over here. Just kidding, I wasn't being honest, that was cheeky as hell. The real reason I live here is because Chiang Mai is ranked #1 on the Digital Nomad's top 10 places to live list. I'm just kidding! But it is ranked #1 on the list, and I am a digital nomad, so it's pretty cool that I'm in the #1 place in the world for digital nomads. But things just turn out that way. You never know who you're gonna end up with or where you're gonna end up. Okay, it's time to get serious. Here are the 7 reasons why I live here in Chiang Mai and why you should consider living here as well. First off, the cost. Everything is dirt cheap. Well, not really everything, but foods and services are cheap. Like if you want a massage, it's like $3, and if you want a meal, it's like $2. It can be $1 even. But if you want to buy some shoes, you're gonna be paying just as much here for shoes as you would back in America or Canada or Europe. Another example of a cheap service is the taxis. You know, you can get a 1-hour taxi right here for less than 10 bucks. And I'd say the average cost of living per day for a foreigner like myself would be between $15 and $30. For 15 bucks, you can get all of your food and rent paid for, and for 30 bucks, you can get even better food and even better rent paid for. So what's the math on that? 15 times 30 is, well, 30 times 30 is 900. 900 divided by 2 is 450. So you're looking at about 450 bucks a month if you're living on 15 bucks a day, 900 bucks a month if you're living at 30 bucks a day. You can get a sweet apartment here for between 100 to 500 bucks a month. Average looking at about 300 bucks a month. And for your food, you could be paying anywhere from $1 a day if you're living on just cooked rice to about $30 a day if you're eating a whole bunch of durian and other exotic fruits. But for me personally, I spend about $15 a day on fruit, and I live on a lot of watermelon, coconuts, bananas, and mangoes at the moment. A lot of dragon fruits as well, and some papayas. But yeah, it seems to be about 15 bucks a day for food. Second thing I love about Chiang Mai is the weather. Every single day it's sunny. Okay, well not every day it's completely sunny, but for the most part, every single day the sun does come out. The season right now is just entering the rainy season, and still, even though it rains almost every day now, the sun still is out for the most part, and it doesn't rain non-stop all the time. The rain will come for maybe 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then it's gone for like the whole rest of the day. So just because it's rainy season doesn't mean it's always raining. It just means that every day there's a chance of some light or sometimes heavy rain. But for most of the year, it's always sunny. It's sunny spot. I love this place. I'm not used to it yet. I've been here for now 9 months, come on 10 months. And Canada is not like this. Canada is only like this for 2 months of the year. Chiang Mai seems to be like this all year round, man. It's sunny as can be. I love it. I love it. I love it. But there's also a smoky season which happens between February and March. So if you want to come to Chiang Mai, I wouldn't recommend coming in February and March. Personally, what I do, I go down to Phuket and enjoy that place because it's great for training and it's still close to Chiang Mai. It's only like an hour or 2-hour flight away. Third reason I live in Chiang Mai is because the standard of living is exceptional. There are world-class training facilities here. I'm currently living at the 700 Stadium, and that includes 2 400-meter tracks, 1 50-meter outdoor pool, a velodrome, basketball courts, tennis courts, badminton courts, golfing, shooting range, an archery range, probably forgetting some other things, but it has a lot of facilities here and they're all top notch. Another thing I love about the standard of living is that it's safe. I can walk down in the city without checking over my shoulder and wondering if I'm gonna get mugged. I can stay out late at night without getting worried I'm gonna get shot. And there's no crazy cougars or bears that are gonna pounce out of the forest and kill me. So for the most part, it's a pretty safe place. It's also really easy to get around. You can use your bike, you can walk, you can use a taxi to get almost anywhere real quick. The people are also really friendly and funny. Every time I have a massage, it always ends up with a laugh attack. Every time I get in a cab, the taxi driver starts laughing as well whenever I start speaking Thai. I don't know if he's trying to laugh with me or he's laughing at me, but it's funny anyway. They laugh at everything. They're also very peaceful. With over 300 Buddhist temples, the city of Chiang Mai really is the city of temples, and it's just so peaceful there, man. Even when you're hanging around a monk, sometimes I get in a cab and a monk gets in the cab as well, it just feels like, whoa, like this guy's got presence. And I've been here for over 8 months and I haven't seen any people verbally attack each other, any physical attacks, no road rage, everyone's calm. It's very rare to hear a horn get honked. And if you do hear a horn get honked, it's for a good reason. Unlike in Bali where everyone's just honking their horn, beep, 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 beep every 2 seconds, or in Panama where when the light goes green, boom, 40 people honk their horn. Craziness. Doesn't happen here in Chiang Mai. And the digital nomad culture. When you walk around here and you're vlogging, no one thinks much of it because there's tons of vloggers here. But if you're walking around downtown Canada or downtown somewhere in America, everyone might think you're kind of weird. But here it's to be expected. There are tons of people living online, making their living from YouTube videos here. And that brings us to the 4th point. Another great reason I love living here is because there's so many like minds. You can make a lot of friends here that all have similar interests. Most people here want to be healthy, fit, and make money online. That's pretty rare to find elsewhere in the world. There are vegans, there are fruitarians, there are Rato 4 people, and there's a load of vegetarians. I'd say half the friggin' population in Chiang Mai is vegetarian. And that rolls along nicely to the 5th point. Food, 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 food. There is friggin' food everywhere. You can't walk more than 5 minutes in any direction downtown without walking past or through a food vendor or a market. And the fruit here is magnificent. It's so abundant. Again, it's everywhere. It's so cheap, it's so fresh, and it's friggin' delicious, man. It's the highest quality, most consistent fruit I've ever had. There are 5 foods that are always in season here as well. You got watermelon, you got pineapple, you got coconuts, you got papayas, and you got bananas. You can live on just these things all year round. It's amazing. But that's just the fruit. If you want to eat real food, aka food that you have to actually cook, then Chiang Mai's got you covered as well. You can get rice anywhere, you can get potatoes anywhere. These people serve it up by the platefuls, by the bowlsfuls. You can't go hungry here in Chiang Mai. The food is everywhere. Tons of vegan friendly restaurants and tons of fruit markets. So good. The 6th point is that there's nature everywhere as well. There's trees and mountains for anyone to hike, run, climb up, I was gonna say swim up, climb up on the bike, go for walks, go for hikes, explore through the jungles. You're surrounded by nature in Chiang Mai. This is a really good part, really beneficial part about being up in northern Thailand compared to being down in the central Bangkok area where there's hardly any nature. So if you're a nature person, you love Chiang Mai. Tons of wildlife too, tons of birds and cool insects. What the hell is that? Just kidding, I don't hurt insects unless I accidentally step on them. Sorry, ants. And the last point is that it's central. It's very close to visiting other places such as the Philippines, Malaysia, Australia, Bali, China, India, Pakistan if you want to go to Pakistan. So if you come to Thailand, just know that you don't have to stay in Thailand if you don't want. You can also go elsewhere, bing, 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 bing. But even if you want to stay in Thailand, Thailand has various places as well. Like I mentioned, it has Bangkok, which is more of a city, hustle, bustle area. It's got the islands of Phuket down south, which are just beautiful. You can make a whole calendar of the islands of Phuket. Just Google image, islands of Phuket. You also go up even more north in Chiang Mai up to a little place called Pai. And that's just a completely different atmosphere compared to Chiang Mai. So just know that when you come to Chiang Mai, even if you don't like it, if you need some ocean or whatever, you can travel elsewhere within a 1 hour, 2 hour flight, no problem, pretty cheap. You can get flights for like 40, 50 bucks here. So really easy to fly all over the place. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this video, if you learned something, give me a thumbs up and a peace in the comments below. Somehow find a way to say peace in the comments, and I will get to you more next video. Adios. Or should I say, Sawadee krap.
Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.
And if you're wondering what the visa thing, well, when you get a flight here, when you arrive at the airport, you get a 30-day visa. When that runs out, you can fly to Laos or Malaysia or somewhere really, really close, a neighboring country, ask for a 90-day visa or a 60-day visa, boom, you get a stamp, come back to Thailand, you're set for another 90 days.